welcome back to Artmadillo. Here I still have Charlie, who is our friend's dog that we are puppy sitting while they are gone. Today we are going to be drawing a challenge that one of you guys asked me to draw. That was to draw myself as a sword fighter, but I could choose the type of sword and my outfit. I went for a kind of anime style and the hair blowing in the wind type of a thing. To start off, I'm going to draw a circle for her head and then the basic lines of where her legs are going to be and her arms and her sword. Then I'm going to draw her other arm there holding, it was going to be an axe at first, but by the end I changed it to a hammer. And I'm going to draw her legs in a little bit more detail, and then I'm going to add in the basic lines of her boots. Then I'm going to draw her skirt and where that is going to be. And it's really good just to get the basic shape of where you're going to put everything before you go and just start doing little details. Then I'm just going to work on her helmet and her hair, and I'm going to put teeth around the helmet and then add in the basic lines of her face, but I didn't like how they started off at first, so I'm going to change that. Then add in the rest of the details that I was going to put in for the helmet. And I'm going to make this sword and her gloves and stuff, everything a little bit more hard with the pencil. And then just to add in details for the sword, and I'm going to put little cracks in the sword to make it look like it's been used and used to hit really hard with. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of a flair to it, so like fluffy stuff around her, like just around there. And then I'm going to put a belt on her, and then add in the lines on the boots. And I was going to make them loose like this to make it seem a little bit more Viking-like, because the Vikings have big boots. And then I'm going to start with the lines on her skirt and just get everything lined in really well. And then I'm drawing in the hammer here. You're just seeing the top part of the hammer, that's why it looks like that. So it's all about perspective here, and I'm just adding in some interesting lines and swirls to the design of the hammer. And then I'm going to use my Sharpie and start lining everything and going over everything with that so that I can erase the pencil lines underneath and make it look more cartoon. And I'm going to just the hair is really hard because you can't just line every little bit of it. You have to see how the hair flows and work around that way. Then I'm just going to outline her shirt and everything in that, and then add in the lines that I added to make it look a little cooler. And then I put some rope things around her arms, and then I'm drawing her gloves that go around her hands. And then I'm just lining in that hammer there. And then I'm going to do another rope thing, but make it thicker than the last one. And putting in her the lines for the sword there. Then I'm going to do the rest of the lines on her shirt and on her belt, and then the place where she puts her knife on her belt, and then I'm going to just put in her skirt and all the lines that go into that, and on her boots. I'm just adding in all that there, and I put a little middle strap around the boot to give it some flair and not just have it be a boot. then I'm going to erase everything and fix the little lines that I missed because they were covered by the pencil and I didn't see them. Then I'm going to start the color process. So I'm going to use my I'm going to use my skin color, my peach, and I love to use peach for skin color because it actually looks like skin color and it's not too yellow and it's not too brown or green. It's a really good color for light skin. So I'm going to use that and just color all the skin parts in, which isn't a lot because of the gloves and everything. What I did with the eye there is I got some green and then I put yellow on the bottom to kind of make it blend in there. And then I got mahogany color and colored in the helmet and just gave it some kind of roundness and depth to it. And then I put a little purple on that wing there, so it gave it a little bit more color. Then I'm going to use my dark brown and just start coloring in sections of the hair because I'm gonna have it have different sections of dark brown, light brown, and a red color. Because pretty soon I'm going to get my hair dyed. I'm going to get shades of red in my hair, so that's why I put the red in there. And I'm just coloring that in, making it pretty dark because I wanted it to kind of blend in, give it just a kind of cool shade to it. Then I'm gonna use my that same mahogany color and start coloring in her shirt. Then I'm gonna shade in her gloves and every other line, one line dark, one line light mahogany color there. And I'm going to use my black and do the same thing with the lower part of her t-shirt. I guess it's not really a t-shirt, but you know, same difference. And so then I'm going to use my golden yellow on those bands and dark black. Then I'm going to use my same black and make it a gray. So just press it really lightly and make the fur kind of look fluffy with that overlapping colors there. And I'm going to do this little design with a dark brown for her belt, giving it a not so bland appearance. Then I'm going to use a bunch of different colors to do the skirt, just a bunch of different reds and maroon colors. And then I'm going to also use blue because I thought that kind of looked cool with the red. Gave it a cool color. And then the boots I'm going to do a gray and a black, adding in the shadows there for where the folds in the cloth are. Then I'm going to do her the rest of her gloves and color that in, and I'm going to do her, just put a little green there on the hilt there, and then I'm going to color in her sword using just a black and shading that all in, making the middle darker than the outside so it looks more shadowed. And I'm going to do basically the same thing with the hammer, but I'm just going to do a little bit lighter with more shadows so it looks a lighter color than the sword. Then I'm just going to add in some shadows and just put them in little random places.
Please like and subscribe, and if you would like me to draw anything for you, please leave it in the comment section down below and I will get to it as soon as I can.